Deleted session, November 19, 1980. Now, a few remarks. The body is composed of organs, physical parts, living matter, but the body is also composed of processes, relationships that exist on all levels between various portions of the body and between the body and its environment. All processes in nature are intelligent. They may involve a different kind of consciousness and intelligence than your own, but there are no unintelligent processes. There are no closed processes. There is no process that is not in one way or another related to others. In a fashion, any one natural process carries within it the implied existence of all others. The body is, in that regard, a highly energized gestalt of intelligent processes. These include emotional processes, of course, mental ones, emotional ones, and the constant transformation of energy from one form into another. Your stomach cannot read. What you read, however, is in one way or another translated into other terms, so that, for example, your stomach reacts in its way to your reading matter, as the visual information is translated into other terms. There are whole patterns of interrelated energetic activities that determine the flow of energy overall, say, through the body, and many other relationships that remain, say, medically unsuspected. In a fashion, as I have said before, you are highly uneducated about the activity of your own bodies, and taught to suspect your own bodily sensations. Patterns and pathways of energy are being reopened and reactivated in Rupert's body. This applies throughout the body, and is also responsible for the sensations in the legs and hips. He is correct in thinking that these sensations begin about 20 minutes after he lies down. As a rule, as the muscles gradually begin to relax, they relax further than his usual chair position allows. Begin to stretch, call for added circulation, which they receive. Joints become more lubricated. At the same time, from his standpoint, this is a fairly sudden intensification of sensation. The relationship of knees and hips begins to change, requiring also greater activity from the spine and back areas, so that he feels at times pulled in several directions at once. Add to this the fact that he is learning to trust his body, but is still at times besieged by doubts, and his difficulty is explained. I must remind you both to emphasize again the flexibilities that are occurring, and that are, for that matter, sometimes apparent almost immediately after such episodes. For your trust builds as you allow yourself to concentrate upon what is new evidence. The same applies to Rupert's steps over there. There is, in fact, though in a bent-over position, some considerable improvement and coordination in walking as far as legs and arms are concerned. This does not show up yet when he is trying to walk in a taller position, but the improvement in the arm span will also help him there. The main thing, again, is that Rupert's personal trust in the body be reinforced by himself through such reminders, and by your own reassurance. A large amount of energy is involved. That energy means action, of course, in ways really difficult to describe. Your bodily processes and what you think of as, say, cultural or national events are highly connected and a part of each other. Events are indeed also processes, partially physical and partially not physical. It is as if bits and pieces of any and all probable events exist in a jigsaw-like fashion throughout the minds of men, throughout the consciousness of plants and all nature things, wanting to be put together, and each individual consciousness has its part to play in directing which of those events occur or do not occur. But the processes involved in the formation of those events are hidden from the conscious mind. There are certain interior physical events that can happen without Rupert's body to help him move more naturally, but he cannot possibly consciously comprehend each change that must occur, and when viewed in that light, the entire exercise seems so complicated as to be almost impossible. To the body, however, this is a kind of natural action it is always involved in, as it constantly rebuilds itself, maintains life, and it involves the body in work that it is indeed highly equipped to perform. In that light, there is no reason to be overawed by the body's knowledge either. It is a portion of your natural heritage. If you begin to concentrate upon the importance of the nature of thought, to become overly concerned with the processes involved with thinking or reasoning, then your very conscious concern will make those processes seem all the more complicated, while instead it is easy to see that those processes are quite naturally equipped to handle their own tasks with remarkable ease. Rupert's body is also so equipped to perform its healing functions. You have been given no guidelines, however, that allow you to test those healing capacities from your society. So you are still in a position of dropping negative habits, fears of the body, and so forth, piled up through years of misunderstanding. We will probably have more to say about processes in our next book dictation. You are protected. When you know that you are, you can save yourself considerable periods of stress and strain, because you realize that you are not at the mercy of other people of their actions. When you think that you are in such a position, you react in frightened fashions, of course, and give them power that they do not naturally possess. I am certain that you know in what areas of your lives this material might be useful, and of session. A fond good evening. Ross said the same to you. Good night.